Hello and welcome back to the Poly Tools How to Be a Modern Content Creator. This time we are talking about live streaming. Now, to be completely upfront, this is the area I know least about, but I know all the tools and I've learned a lot on my own. I just don't have as much experience with it. So I just preface that just because I want to make sure I tell you what you can do and what I'm planning on doing, but you also should experiment yourself more so than the other stuff that I talked about because I have experience with all of that. Now, I've live streamed a few times already on my own channels, and I've done at least a dozen different interviews that were live streamed. And I'm going to start doing more and more with multi-streaming. But let's get into the whys of why it's important to do live streaming. So the first thing to mention is the interaction, the real-time interaction. Live streaming allows you to engage directly with your audience, answering questions, receive immediate feedback. This real-time connection builds trust and creates a sense of community around your content. And I mentioned in a couple episodes ago, like maybe this series would have been really interesting for me to make while live streaming the recording of it, essentially. I think that would be kind of cool, so people can come see what am I doing, how am I doing it. And then I could also multi-stream it too at the same time, which will give me even more reach. And we'll talk about that at the end. The other thing about live streaming is the authenticity and transparency of it. So like I was just mentioning, by me recording all these videos, I could also live stream at the same time and then show people like, hey, I do make mistakes. I'm not just editing them all out. I'm a human being kind of thing. And that authenticity can be really interesting for people to see as your fans. The unfiltered nature of live content kind of really lets that flow. It lets the audience see the real you, if you will. The next thing is, I've talked about this a few episodes ago, where if you're trying to build a YouTube channel, you'll have your long-form content, which is medium, if you will. You have your long-form content, so either interviews or live streams, and then you have your short-form content like the shorts. And the cool thing about live streaming is the repurposing opportunities of it. After the live event, you can go and toss it into like Opus clip and automatically clip up your show. And this also can work for gaming content too. And then you have key highlights of your show that could be seen, and you can link it using related videos to that live stream. So if someone wanted to see where that clip came from, they can see more of it. And so this really is a nice balance. Roberto Blake talks about this as his strategy. He talks about how he makes like a live stream, and Harris Heller has also said this too, where they have 3 bullet points, and they use those bullet points to create the base video of 3 different videos. So from the live stream, you have your live stream on the channel, people can be part of it, and the replay is also on there as well. But then you're creating 3 videos from it, and then you can get clips from the whole thing. And so really, you get to maximize the medium, long, and short form on your channel just from one endeavor. And so there's a lot of repurposing involved with that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, something I made a video on about a month ago or so, about the meta of content creation right now. And I see that as multi-streaming. Multi-streaming, simulcasting, it's not really anything new per se. Restream.io has been around for years. However, what I'm seeing a lot in the gaming community is multi-streaming to vertical and horizontal. TikTok made it difficult because you have to either use their live studio. Now you can use Streamlabs to do the TikTok connection and get the key through them, which is nice. But even if you were just vertical streaming to Instagram or YouTube Shorts, still that process of vertical and horizontal was kind of difficult. So there's 2 tools that can do it. Atom, which is a multi-stream plugin for OBS, and you have to have enough bandwidth on your computer to handle it. Or you could use Streamlabs, which is kind of like Restream.io that allow you to multi-stream using a splitter that they provide as a service. However, it costs money. So depending on which angle you're going for, either save some costs but use more resources on your computer, or pay a little bit to have that split for you plus a TikTok, it's kind of a balance. And so what I'm seeing is, and what I really want to do with my gaming channel, is stream vertical to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram, and then stream horizontally to Twitch, YouTube, maybe Facebook, probably not Twitter, but Kick and Rumble, maybe DLive and all that jazz, and just add all those RMTP links to the ones that it may not be natively supported, And then I'm going across like 12 different channels just for one stream. And then you can take it and turn it into videos and then shorts. So you really maximize your reach through live streaming. This is why this particular episode is so interesting, because by doing that, doing the Roberto Blake kind of formula, where you have your live stream and the Harris Heller method with the bullet points, you can make like 3 or 4 VODs, like videos, and that way you can make consistency more of a thing. So if you wanted to do it once a week, you could have 3 videos a week. So you do your live stream on Sunday, then you have 1 video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then from Sunday to the next Sunday, you have 1 short going out a day. That's probably even more than that, honestly, considering how many clips you would get from the live stream. So every week, you could generate a ton of content just from one live stream, presumably from an hour or 3 hours long. And that is a great way to really start building up that content flow and consistency. Now, I'm going to end it here because I'll keep rambling on this if you couldn't tell. But don't underestimate the power of live streaming.